Knicks versus 76ers. This is a really tough series to call. I feel this is like really a wild card series because there's some unknowns we have heading into this series. For example, Joel Embiid, we don't know how healthy he is, which means this series can go either way. For example, I remember a few years back, well, more like several years back, this was in 2019 when the Sixers played the Raptors in the playoffs. I felt the biggest difference in that series that year that went 7 games, besides Kawhi hitting that game-winning shot, was that Embiid was really unhealthy throughout that whole entire series. I think he may have had 1 or 2 games where he was playing at his normal high level. And in those games, the Sixers, I think, easily won against the Raptors when he played at the level he's capable of playing at when he's healthy. But the problem was for most of that series, he was just very unhealthy, battling some illnesses and all this other stuff going on. And that's why they eventually lost in 7 games. That's how that series turned out. This could be a similar situation again, that no one really knows how healthy he is. He looked terrible against the Miami Heat the other night. He wasn't moving well. He had bad lateral movements. He didn't look good at all, and he wasn't going inside for easy points. He was just selling for perimeter jump shots. So this is just really, really difficult. And then when you look at the Knicks side of the equation, I actually believe if both teams were healthy, the Knicks would easily be the favorites to win the series. That with Julius in the fold, they would match up equally with the Sixers being at full strength because the Knicks have more depth than the Sixers, I feel. The addition of OG also was tremendous. It lifted them to a higher status once they got him. But in the Knicks situation, they don't have OG. They do have Mitchell Robinson now is back with Harlestein. That's a good two-handed monster to throw at Embiid to slow him down. So that could be a huge factor in this series. None of those guys are ever going to outplay Embiid, but they can definitely slow him down and make him work for his points. The Knicks do have another thing that's good going for them is Jalen Brunson. I've looked up the box scores of some of the old games they have played against the Sixers this year, and I think in 3 out of 4 of those games, Brunson shot really great from the field, above 50%, which is awesome for a guard. So at least if you're a Knicks fan, you have that confidence knowing that Brunson can light up the Sixers, that he'll be able to play at a high level against them because they don't really have a way to guard or defend him. That's a good thing. Now it just comes down to the Knicks either finding ways to slow down Joel Embiid or neutralizing the rest of the Sixers. I think this is where OG is really key in this because he's a great defensive player. He could take out a guy like Tobias Harris or a Kelly Oubre or whoever else they have valuable and could slow down even a Tyrese Maxey to some degree. It's like, how are the Knicks going to use him in this series to anchor their defense? And I think that will be key for them. Also, just like I said, it'll come down to their ability to slow down Joel Embiid with their two-headed monster. But Joel could already be slowed down by the injuries. So it's really, really hard to call this. I feel like one of those guys on election night trying to call a state or a county. This is just too close to call. But I have to make a decision on this. This is really difficult. I'm gonna go with the Knicks simply because I don't trust Embiid being healthy. I'm gonna give them the edge to win this series. I think the Knicks will win this series in 7 games.